Does acupuncture actually work? That's a question I've been asking myself recently. Acupuncture involves the insertion of extremely thin needles through strategic points of your body. Acupuncture is a key component in traditional Chinese medicine. Traditional Chinese medicine to most commonly treat pain such as arthritis. I'm going to describe an experiment and evaluate how to use a scientific method. An experiment published in Annals of Internal Medicine 2006 involved patients with severe arthritis in their knees and 320 acupuncturists who had at least 2 years of experience. The patients were separated into 3 groups. The patients in the first group received 10 acupuncture sessions. Those in the second received 10 simulated acupuncture sessions in which the needles were inserted at random points other than the traditional acupoints. The patients in the third control group simply made 10 visits to the doctor over a course of a month or 6 weeks. At the end of the experiment, improvement was observed in 53% of the patients. In the real acupuncture group, 51% of those in the simulated acupuncture group, and 29% of those in the control group. The author concluded that the lack of any difference between the results for the real and the simulated acupuncture might be due to the placebo effect, or alternatively to some psychological effect that the needles might have regardless of where they were inserted. The scientific method is a way to ask and answer scientific questions by observing. The steps of scientific method consist of asking a question, doing background research, constructing a hypothesis, and testing your hypothesis. By doing the experiment, analyzing your data and drawing a conclusion, and finally communicating your results. For the most part, I believe this experiment follows a scientific method. The questions being asked is whether the very real effects of acupuncture that have been observed in so many patients might not be due solely to the placebo effect. As for the background information, I did not see any, but I believe this was not the whole article. That could be why. I did not see a direct hypothesis either. So that might be caused by the same reason. There was no background information. The authors then concluded that the lack of any difference between the results for the real and the simulated acupuncture might be due to the placebo effect. They communicated their data and conclusion by publishing the study in the Annals of Internal Medicine 2006. Although acupuncture is considered a pseudoscience, there is some very reliable data on how this procedure actually works and the results it gives. I believe the study that was published in Annals of Internal Medicine followed the scientific method well, and given that we didn't have the whole experiment in front of me.